All right, get ready, everyone, because today we are diving deep, way deep, into a truly mind-boggling source,
Oh, yeah.
the Shan Hai Jing, also known as the classic of mountains and seas.
It's a good one.
This text, well, imagine a mashup of like National Geographic
Ah.
and your wildest fever dream,
Mhm.
all in one.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking ancient China, mountains, rivers, all that good stuff.
Right, right.
But then, bam,
Hit me.
you've got these totally bonkers descriptions of mythical creatures and lands that sound like they came straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It's true. It really is a fascinating blend of the real and the completely fantastical, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's like you're reading along thinking, okay, mountains, I get it. And then suddenly you're face to face with a person who has a hole in their chest.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, the Shan Hai Jing definitely keeps you on your toes.
And hold on, because it gets even weirder.
Oh, I'm sure it does.
We've got a bird with only one wing.
And a mountain that, well, let's just say it sounds suspiciously like it might be hanging out in ancient Egypt.
You're kidding?
Nope, this thing is like the original, believe it or not.
And the thing is, we're still trying to figure out what the Shan Hai Jing was even supposed to be.
Right.
I mean, was it meant as a serious geographical record, a collection of ancient myths, or could it be something even wilder?
Yeah, like maybe a coded message from the past, who knows?
Anything is possible with this book.
Okay, so how do we even begin to make sense of this enigma?
Right.
Where do we start with a text that seems to have been written by someone who took think outside the box to a whole new level?
Well, it helps to know that the Shan Hai Jing is split into two main parts,
Okay,
the mountains and the seas.
makes sense so far.
But don't let the seas part fool you. It's not actually about oceans.
Oh, so what, like lakes?
Not even think of it more as the ancient Chinese version of here be dragons on a map.
Ah, got
They're
it.
describing lands and peoples way, way beyond what they knew.
Okay, so it's like a map of reality, and then, like, everything else.
You got it.
But even the real parts of the Shan Hai Jing are pretty out there.
That's true.
I mean, seriously, who dreams up a mountain made entirely of jade?
Oh, and wait till you hear about this plant that supposedly grows there.
Was it like a money tree?
Even better, it's said to banish hunger forever.
Wait, seriously?
Yep, you eat it, and you never have to worry about being hungry again.
No, that's a diet plan I can get behind.
It's Mount Zhao Yao, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The very first mountain described in the book.
Interesting.
It's almost like the author wanted to set the tone right off the bat, like, buckle up, folks, it's going to be a wild ride.
Expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
Speaking of unexpected, didn't you mention something about people with their legs all tangled together?
Ah, yes, the Zhaojing people.
Gouging, okay.
According to the Shan Hai Jing, this entire nation, they couldn't even stand up straight because their legs were all intertwined.
Hold on, intertwined legs, like literally tied together.
That's what the text seems to suggest.
How would they walk? I mean,
Exactly. It makes you wonder, right?
It's almost like
Some scholars think this might be an example of satire.
satire. You mean they were,
Poking fun at other cultures, maybe? Or just exaggerating travelers' tales?
or maybe like they were reflecting some kind of anxiety about the unknown. You know, like those strange people out there with their weird tangled legs.
It's a puzzle, that's for sure.
A puzzle wrapped in an enigma, sprinkled with a dash of, are they serious?
I like that.
Okay, so we've got a mountain of jade, folks with tangled legs. What else you got for us?
Well, there's a nine-tailed fox.
Oh, yeah, that one's been everywhere lately. Movies, TV shows, the whole nine yards.
Right, the Juwei
Zhuwei Hu, okay.
It's actually depicted as a good omen in the Shan Hai Jing.
What? Seriously?
Yep, a symbol of wise and benevolent rule.
So not the cunning trickster we see in pop culture today.
Not at all. It's a completely different interpretation.
Huh. So the nine-tailed fox went from being a symbol of good governance to basically a mythological con artist.
You could say that.
Wow. Talk about a career change.
It really makes you think about the cultural shifts that might have influenced that transformation.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
The Shan Hai Jing gives us this glimpse into how ideas evolve over time.
Right.
How even these mythical creatures can reflect changing views, social, political landscapes, the whole thing.
It's like holding a mirror up to history.
Exactly.
Okay, I got to ask you about one more creature just because it's too strange to pass up.
Hit me.
The bee meow.
One-winged bird.
Yeah, one wing, one eye, one leg.
And they need each other to survive.
Like literally, they have to cling to each other just to fly.
It's the ultimate codependent relationship.
Right, it's like were they trying to make a point about interdependence?
Yeah.
Or was this a commentary on marriage? Or
Perhaps I just thought it'd make a cool illustration. Who knows?
it's an image that definitely sticks with you. I'll give them that.
Oh, absolutely. It's hard to forget. It's incredible to think how this book, the Shan Hai Jing, survived all those
Exact.
centuries. I mean,
Wars, natural disasters, you name it.
exactly. And let's be real, probably a few spilled cups of tea along the way.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It's mind-blowing that it even made it to the 21st century.
So many ancient texts are just gone.
Lost to time.
Yeah, vanished.
Poof.
Exactly. But this one, it's like it had some serious guardian angels watching over it.
You know, it's interesting. Even Confucius, the guy who was all about order and reason, he wasn't a fan.
Confucius, seriously.
Yeah, apparently he found the Shan Hai Jing a bit too out there.
Too undisciplined imagination for him.
You got it.
So wait, are you saying Confucius accidentally helped preserve the book by ignoring it?
It's possible. I mean, by dismissing it, he might have actually saved it from being destroyed.
That's kind of a funny twist.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Right, right.
And then there's Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China.
Oh yeah, the burn all the books guy?
Yep, that's the one. But for some reason, he spared the Shan Hai Jing.
Hold on, hold on. The emperor who went full-on book bonfire mode, he kept this crazy collection of myths and weird creatures.
He did.
Why was he hoping to find like a magical immortality potion recipe hidden in there or something?
Well, we can't know for sure.
Right.
But maybe he saw the Shan Hai Jing as a source of power.
Power, huh?
Yeah, maybe a guide to hidden resources or mystical knowledge. Who knows?
It's kind of ironic the emperor who tried to erase history might have accidentally saved one of its most mysterious texts.
It really is.
But surely some people back then must have genuinely appreciated the Shan Hai Jing, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Not just, accidentally saving it from destruction.
No, there were scholars who really valued it.
Like who?
Well, there's Guo Pu, a scholar from the Jin dynasty.
Okay.
He wrote one of the most influential commentaries on the Shan Hai Jing.
What do you have to say about it?
Well, he tried to make sense of a lot of the more fantastical elements.
Oh, so he was like, okay, this bird with one wing might not be real, but it represents teamwork.
Exactly.
Nice.
He interpreted a lot of the creatures and stories as allegories.
Allegories for what?
Natural phenomena, moral lessons, things like that.
So he was trying to bridge the gap between the mythical and the, philosophical.
You could say that, and his work really helped shape how people understood the Shan Hai Jing for centuries.
Interesting. So this one book has sparked all these different reactions.
It's amazing.
Assistal, fascination, attempts to rationalize it. It's like everyone sees something different in it.
It really is like a literary Rorschach test.
I like that.
It's part of what makes the Shan Hai Jing so captivating, you know?
Yeah.
It still inspires people today, artists, writers, even scientists.
It's a testament to the power of stories, even the ones that seem totally out there.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've talked about the structure of the Shan Hai Jing, we've dissected some of its weirdest creatures, and we've touched on its influence on Chinese culture.
We have.
But here's the big question.
What is it?
Why should we care?
That's a good question.
I mean, why should we care about a book filled with, people with holes in their chests and birds that need a buddy just to fly?
Well, I think that's the beauty of the Shan Hai Jing.
Okay, I'm listening.
It forces us to think outside of our usual boxes.
And expand our horizons.
Exactly. It's a reminder that there are so many ways to see the world.
Right.
And that sometimes the most fantastical stories might hold deeper truths.
So it's not just about ancient geography or mythology.
No.
It's about looking at things differently.
Yeah.
Questioning what we think is real and what's not.
Precisely.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
The Shan Hai Jing makes us ask, what if there's more to history than we know? What if the lines between fact and fiction are blurrier than we think?
Man, I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of this book.
There's always more to explore.
We've got to keep digging. All right, we're back and ready to go even deeper down the Shan Hai Jing rabbit hole.
Excellent.
We've talked about this book as a resource guide, maybe
Yeah.
a collection of tall tales.
Sure.
Maybe even a glimpse into a forgotten past.
Yeah.
But there's this one theory that's just,
out there.
yeah, next level bonkers.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
Okay, so get this.
Okay.
Some scholars think the Shan Hai Jing we have today, it might not be the original version at all.
Wait, what? Like a copy of a copy?
Kind of, but more like
Yeah, like what?
they think it was based on something called the Shan Hai 2.
Shan Hai too. Okay, haven't heard of that one.
Yeah, it's like a legendary set of ancient maps or illustrations.
Oh, wow.
But here's the kicker.
What's that?
They're gone, vanished, lost to time.
Oh, Oh, no.
Yep, like a beautiful dream that fades away when you wake up.
So we're talking about like actual pictures of these crazy creatures and lands.
Exactly. Imagine like cave paintings of a guy with a hole in his chest,
Oh.
or a scroll depicting a one-winged bird trying to, take flight.
Ancient Instagram, but way less filtered.
Right,
So
exactly.
the theory is the Shan Hai Jing text we have now, it's like someone tried to describe these lost pictures way later, and well,
Things got a little lost in translation.
you could say that it's like a game of visual telephone where
Ah.
the image changes a little bit with each retelling.
And when you're dealing with creatures with like 6 heads and fiery tails,
Right.
things are bound to get a little, well, creative.
Okay, so we've got lost maps. That's already pretty cool. But is there more to this story?
Oh, there's always more, especially with the Shan Hai Jing, but this part is extra juicy. Okay?
Okay.
You ready for this?
Hit me.
So some people believe these Shan Hai 2,
The lost maps, yeah.
yeah, they might have been inscribed on the 9 cauldrons.
Wait, the 9 cauldrons, like the legendary bronze vessels?
The ones that are basically the holy grail of ancient Chinese artifacts.
Yeah. Okay, this is getting good.
Talk about a power move, right?
Seriously,
Right.
like imagine carving your kingdom's map
Complete with mythical beasts and all.
onto giant bronze cauldrons. That's next level.
It's not just a map, it's a statement.
A declaration.
Exactly, but here's the problem.
What's that?
Those cauldrons, they're long gone, vanished.
So how can we know if this whole 9 cauldrons theory is even true?
Well, that's the thing with ancient history, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we're working with, like, breadcrumbs and whispers.
It's like trying to piece together a puzzle with half of the pieces missing.
Exactly, and the 9 cauldrons are basically shrouded in myth and legend.
So are we just like chasing shadows here?
Maybe,
Yeah.
but even if the cauldrons themselves are lost, the idea that the Shan Hai Jing might have started as something visual, it adds a whole new layer to this puzzle.
Okay, so we've got lost maps, mythical cauldrons, fantastical creatures, and maybe even a sprinkle of ancient propaganda.
Sounds about right.
It's a lot to take in.
Right, it's a lot, but let's bring it back to the actual text, the words on the page.
Okay.
If we assume for a second that the Shan Hai Jing is based on these visual sources, does that make it more or less reliable as a historical document?
That's a tough one. I mean, on the one hand, pictures, they suggest a more direct link to what people actually saw, or at least believed they saw.
Right, seeing is believing.
Exactly, but then translating those images into words, that opens up a whole new can of worms.
Yeah, like what if the person describing the picture, maybe they had a bit of an agenda?
Exactly, or maybe their understanding of what they were seeing was just different.
It's like trying to understand a text message full of emojis.
Right, what do they mean by that winky face?
Exactly. And that dancing lady, what's her deal?
It's all open to interpretation.
And when you're dealing with ancient texts, that's kind of the name of the game, isn't it?
It is. The Shan Hai Jing really makes us think about how we understand history,
Yeah.
how our own perspectives and biases shape how we see the past.
I said history is always a work in progress, right?
Exactly.
Well, I think it's safe to say our deep dive into the Shan Hai Jing has been a journey.
That's one way to put it.
We've encountered some truly wild creatures, explored the line between myth and reality, and even pondered the possibility of ancient emperors using bronze cauldrons to show off their map-making skills.
It's been a wild ride for sure.
And just like the Shan Hai Jing itself, we end up with more questions than answers.
That's true, but maybe that's okay.
Maybe that's the point.
This ancient text, it invites us to embrace the unknown.
Right, to keep asking questions, to never stop wondering.
Exactly. The world is full of mysteries.
And the Shan Hai Jing reminds us that some of those mysteries might be closer than we think.
Well said.
So to all you listeners out there, go explore the Shan Hai Jing for yourselves.
Yeah, check it out.
Dive into those bizarre tales, ponder the hidden meanings.
See what you think.
Who knows? You might just stumble upon the key that unlocks the secrets of this ancient enigma.
And if you do, let us know. We'd love to hear about it.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that sense of wonder alive.